following it up with her Olympic gold medal last year. But now we have some new leaders in this event. The Swiss, Janine Gemelin, the favoured athlete after winning 2 gold medals at the World Cups this year.
Just what will it mean that Gemelin and Thornley are on this near side of the course? Great lanes, high hopes for the British. Will they get a gold medal from the tall sculler? But over there in lane 1, Carling Zeeman, 26 years of age, the Canadian. Look out for a fearsome sprint finish. Magdalena Lobnig, she loves the rough water. She took the European title in Brandenburg in 2016 in awful conditions. Fantastic job to make the final from Lisa Schienard, 29 years of age. The Irish tricolour on the sculls of Sunita Paspure, the oldest woman in the race at 36. A fantastic effort for her to make the final. One of the favourites, Victoria Thornley, the Leander Club sculler from Great Britain, won a semi-final. That's what earned her this lane on this near side. Janine Gemelin, I think probably a lot of people's favourites to take the title, the Swiss sculler who has won in the World Cup in Belgrade and in Lucerne convincingly. Will she show that form here? There's Vicky Thornley, impassive, coached by the Aussie Paul Reedy, the Blades of Ireland. We have seen so many thrills, spills, successes from the Irish rowers here. Will Sunita Paspure provide us with one more Irish medal?
Wow, what a start there from lane 6. Janine Gemelin, the Swiss sculler. What an incredible year she's had.
Yeah, Gemelin has been in fantastic form this season. She's loving her new British coach, Robin Dow, but Victoria Thornley has leapt out. I wonder what Paul Reedy has said to her. That is a fantastic start, Greg.
Well, it is. Look how she uses that long back, those long levers, and is really just moving this tiny little scull. It's only 14 kilograms, 30 pounds. It just popped out straight away with great leverage. And like you say, Martin, I think we need to look out for Thornley here in 5. Over there in lane 2, the Austrian sculler, Lobnig. Here we go, we're seeing her now. She loves these, any difficult conditions seem to favour her, and she won't mind at all. If there's just a little gentle crosswind on the course, it's not affecting it much. Let's not make a big deal of it.
Sarah, Vicky Thornley in the semi-final, she was not that quick out. This is a different tactic from the British sculler. Perhaps she sees this as her race and her moment.
Yeah, look, to me it looks a little taxing. It looked a little forced. Perhaps it was coming into this race, she wanted to get herself in there a bit earlier, a bit harder, but she does look like it wasn't that comfortable a move for her to make, and now she's sort of coming back to the rest of the field. It's Lobnig who's pushed herself out to a canvas lead, and the other 4 scullers, Lisa Schienard in lane 3 from the Netherlands, now really clawing back Vicky Thornley. I think that could have been an expensive change to her Razorland.
Yeah, I think you might be right as we look at Paspure here in the middle of the course. But yeah, Vicky Thornley going out quite that hard, a bit unnatural.
Yeah, just a chance to reference Sunita's coach, Sean Casey. I got that coach wrong in the semi-final, but Sean Casey, of course, been coaching at Reading University in Britain, now working with the Irish team, and is doing such a fantastic job to get Sunita Paspure in the final. Through the 500-metre mark, and it's very close. Magdalena Lobnig, she's so brave out in front. There's the silver medal position of Victoria Thornley. She led briefly, and coming through in 3rd place, that is Lisa Schienard from the Netherlands. You can see with the number 3 on the boat, the distinctive red, white and blue blades.
And here comes the move now from Janine Gemelin. Looks like in this second 500 she's really looking to establish herself. Lobnig has been very brave in this early stage of the race, but we've seen a lot of the early race leaders not be able to hang on, and a lot have come from behind wins in the second half of the race of this championship. Could be the hot, humid conditions that we've had all week. That means that people, if they put themselves out there early, aren't able to keep it. So Gemelin here in the second 500, now clawing back that lead from Lobnig. She's going to push herself into the lead.
Well, Gemelin picked up 2 World Cup gold medals. She looked like the class act during the season. You can see her compact style compared to that of Thornley, just moving the boat smoothly in this middle 1,000 where it actually really matters. Now's the time you want to get your bows in front.
Yeah, Carling Zeeman back. She's looked over her shoulder. She's got to really get in there. Sunita Paspure, the 35-year-old, she was incredibly brave in the last half of the race, the single sculls race, where she came through to qualify, just correcting her steering there. You can see the trouble these single sculls are having in these difficult crosswind conditions. But my heart goes out to Magdalena Lovnik. Well, there's Janine Gemellan. I think she's gone through Lovnik to take the race lead. The graphic on the bottom has been saying. But Lovnik, she really wears her heart on her sleeve, the Austrian, and she's gone out there.
Whoa,
You see,
whoa. Look at the
that is
brake
how
catching.
difficult the conditions are there on that far side. And Janine Gemellan on this near side will be taking full advantage of them coming up to the 1,000 metres. Lovnik won't upset her. It won't upset her as Vicky Thornley tracks Gemellan on this near side. I think the medals, the gold and silver, there we see Lovnik, coached by Kurt Treyer.
And I think Gemellan and Lovnik are doing a really good job in the conditions here, just keeping it ticking along. They're up at about 33, 34 strokes a minute. Vicky Thornley a little lower. She's down on about 30 strokes a minute, and just it's looking a little laboured. If she wants to get herself up into the silver or in the gold medal position, she's really going to have to start to move a little bit more here.
Well, when we think about Vicky Thornley, she was quite controlled in the semi-final. She looked like she always knew she was going to win the race, and she did find a sprint later on in the race. She went out early today. Now she's settled at that slightly lower stroke rate. Not surprising when you see how tall she is. And there's still plenty of racing to go. Maybe the last 500 it turns a little bit more tail, it might suit her.
I think Vicky Thornley is going to be loving the fact she's drawing level with Magdalena Lovnik. The Austrian got the better of her in the Poznan World Cup and again in Lucerne. Now this is payback time from Vicky Thornley, so I think she'll get a psychological boost. I'm amazed Lovnik is still up there on that far side, to be quite honest, but Janine Gemellan, you know, she's been the revelation of this season, the young Swiss sculler, just 27 years of age, and she is moving away. This is her third quarter. This is where she'll do damage. I think Thornley might come back in the last quarter, Greg.
Well, we talk about making moves, and in a single you kind of have this bag of tricks. There's not really a race plan. You have your bag of tricks. You get the tricks out when you think you need them. And now the trick is to scull well, scull calmly. And we take a look here with Lovnik. She's needing to control those conditions. We saw her catch a blade earlier, and the boat really kicked from one side to the other, and really she would have lost boat speed. She's now recovered that, and we're coming here. But a big move, I think, from Gemellan at 12.50 has given her half a length now.
Now Vicky Thornley, she's got herself into the silver medal position. She has taken Lovnik over that far side of the course with that really long stroke that she has. But it's Gemellan who's still moving along at the front of the field here. What a race this is going to be. Like you said, we saw a sprint from Vicky Thornley the other day. She's at 33 strokes a minute, and now she's brought it up from that lower rate through the middle section of the race. And
Paul Reedy, the Aussie coach of Victoria Thornley, will have talked through exactly this scenario. Just at the top of your screen, I can't believe Lovnik's coming back into it. That is sensational for me on the far side. But he will have talked through this scenario. He said this is where you take Gemellan. She will lead you. But in that last 250, Thornley's been working on a sprint all season. Gemellan will be out in front and trying to hold that position. Game on.
And Gemellan still looks comfortable. She still looks relaxed. Thornley has now just got that overlap. We've still got the red boys to go. Probably 30 strokes in a single scull. Thornley's got to do something now if she's going to get this gold medal.
Yeah, but how brave is this woman, Magdalena Lovnik? She is the absolute star of this race over there on lane one, and she is still in contention. There's the Irish sculler, Sunita Paspura in green. I don't know if Lovnik will come back for the silver medal, but Thornley is coming.
it looks like Lovnik's really struggling over there. She looks like she's blown. She's at 37 strokes a minute, but Vicky Thornley, 38 strokes a minute. We saw this sprint the other day. She's got the measure of the Austrian. Can she come back on the Swiss sculler?
Well, I think there's still 15 strokes to go. As you say, Martin, Sunita Paspura is going to be pressing for the bronze medal, but it is Gemellan who looks like she's got control of this at the head of the field.
Swiss sculler Janine Gemellan in gold, Victoria Thornley from Britain in silver, the brave Lovnik in bronze. There's the bow of the Irish, number 4, Sunita Paspura. Will she get through the Austrian? Gold for Switzerland, silver for Britain, bronze for the Austrian. Deserved a fantastic scull from Paspura, the Irish. She points to the sky. Janine Gemellan, the Swiss sculler that has set the world alight this season. She does it again here on the lake in Sarasota, Bradenton. Amazing job.
Yeah, amazing from Lovnik. She was just compact in her stroke. She was able to ride through any conditions, just kept herself focused. We see Vicky Thornley probably just offering her congratulations across. She sculled a good race. She took it out bravely, as we said, possibly trying to take advantage of the nice conditions at the start, and then had to survive through the middle. Whereas we see her now, Lovnik will be wondering What went wrong just in that middle section where she just caught the blades and just lost that little bit of momentum?
She's the star of this race for me. I don't want to take anything away from Janine Gemelin, but Lobnig there, you saw the wobble.
Yeah, we see the wobble.
You know, look what she did over on that far side. She was absolutely amazing, and there you see what she's had to do to recover. And she is such an accomplished technician, as I said. Look at the conditions over there, Greg.
Well, it's the crosswind, isn't it? When the wind comes head on, it's not really a problem. It actually gives you stability. When it comes from the side, it just makes things tricky. As we see the confirmation